The most successful people I know all have one thing in common. They've mastered the art of saying no. They turn down good opportunities to save energy for great ones. This runs counter to what we're taught about success. Think about your last week. How many times did you say yes when you wanted to say no? That extra project at work. The social event you didn't have energy for. The favor that ate up your afternoon. We live in a culture that celebrates busyness and glorifies the hustle. More connections, more projects, more experiences. We're conditioned to believe that saying yes to everything is the path to success. The result? Burnout, mediocrity, and a profound sense of being stretched too thin. Warren Buffett puts it plainly. The difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything. I learned this lesson the hard way. 5 years ago, I ran a small design agency and said yes to every client and request. My calendar was packed. My revenue looked good. But I was producing mediocre work, missing deadlines, and struggling to make a real impact. My business was a mile wide and an inch deep. The turning point came when I lost a major client. They didn't fire me for turning down work, they fired me for delivering subpar results because I was overcommitted. That's when I realized that saying yes to everything meant I couldn't excel at anything. Fear drives most of our reflexive yes. We fear missing out. We fear disappointing others. We fear the opportunities that might never come again. These fears feel reasonable in the moment, but they lead to an unreasonable life. This connects to the concept psychologists call the paradox of choice. When faced with too many options or commitments, we experience more stress and less satisfaction. Barry Schwartz documented this extensively in his research. More choices and commitments don't make us happier, they paralyze us. Steve Jobs embodied this philosophy when he returned to Apple in 1997. The company was developing dozens of products. Jobs cut the product line by 70% to focus on just 4 computers. This radical simplification saved Apple and set the stage for its remarkable growth. The math is simple but counterintuitive. When you say yes to something, you're saying no to everything else you could do with that time. Every commitment comes with an opportunity cost. Saying no isn't about doing less. It's about creating space to do your most important work exceptionally well. It's about trading quantity for quality, depth for breadth. This applies beyond work. Relationships deepen when we give them focused attention. Skills develop when we practice deliberately. Ideas flourish when we give them space to breathe. Essentialist Greg McKeown frames it perfectly. If you don't prioritize your life, someone else will. Each time you automatically say yes, you give away your most precious resource, your time and energy, to someone else's priorities. The ability to say no requires clarity about what matters most to you. What are your deepest values? What change do you want to create? What brings you alive? Without this clarity, every request seems equally important. Ancient Stoics understood this. Seneca wrote, "People are frugal in guarding their personal property. But as soon as it comes to squandering time, they are most wasteful of the one thing in which it is right to be stingy." The path forward isn't complicated, but it requires courage. First, audit your current commitments. Which align with your core values and goals? Which were automatic yes that now drain your energy? Second, create a decision filter. Before saying yes, ask, does this align with my priorities? Will this matter in a year? Would I do this tomorrow if I had to? Third, practice saying no gracefully. You can be kind while being clear. "I'm focused on other priorities right now," is a complete explanation. Fourth, start small. Say no to one low-stakes request this week. Notice how it feels. Pay attention to the space it creates. The most powerful benefit of saying no isn't just better work or more time. It's the confidence that comes from living intentionally rather than reactively. It's the peace of knowing your time reflects your values. This doesn't mean becoming a hermit or never helping others. The goal isn't to say no to everything, it's to say yes with intention and enthusiasm to the few things that matter most. Remember, Saying no isn't selfish. It's the only way to say a wholehearted yes to what truly matters. Your focus is your most valuable asset. Guard it accordingly. The next time an opportunity comes your way, pause before automatically saying yes. Ask yourself if this commitment aligns with your deepest priorities. The courage to say no today creates the space for your best work tomorrow.